Cool.
You're good to go.
My name is Aditya, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how we're introducing role-based access control into DataHub. Cool. So let's give a quick overview of how existing permissions work. So right now we have DataHub policies, right? So the pros are they're super powerful, very granular, can allow permissions based on specific domains. I can say this group can do these things, or these users can do these things, or maybe I just want owners of an asset to be able to perform certain actions. And there's tons of permissions. Each action on DataHub has its own permission, right? Unfortunately, sometimes it's really complicated for those unfamiliar with DataHub to manage. This is feedback we've repeatedly received from all of you in the community. And it can also be challenging sometimes to diagnose, which policy gives you permission to take a certain action. So we wanted to simplify permissions, and we thought roles makes a lot of sense. Our vision is that we want this to be the default for most DataHub users going forward. So roles is going to have, it's based on our existing policy system, and each role is mapped to a few specific policies under the hood. But for administrators, this should be as simple as I assign someone to the admin role or to the reader role, and they should just be able to do what they need to do. Cool. Alrighty, let's get into the demo. How do I unpresent this? There we go. Cool. Are you guys able to see my DataHub instance?
We are.
Awesome. So I'm right now in this new permissions tab. You can see I have roles now as well as policies. So if I go back to roles, right now the three default roles that we're going to ship with for the first iteration is this editor role, this admin role, and the reader role. You can see these descriptions, for what they're able to do here, but reasonably self-explanatory. I can click into this and get see that description again and see which users have this role. I also have this add users button here that I can use to batch assign a bunch of users to that role. Additionally, you can go to the policies page and if I click on this admin's policy, you can see this is the policy that this role is actually using under the hood. Well, there's two policies, but yeah. And then on the users and groups page, I can also if I'm an admin and I have the right permissions, it's really easy for me to just change the role that user has. So this person is an editor. That was actually a mistake. I've decided that they should be a reader. Let's reassign them, see what happens. Cool, you see that now they're a reader. All right, now I'm gonna perform a magic trick for you all because we wanna see that this actually works, right? So I'm going to invite a new user. You'll see that they won't be able to manage users and groups because right now that's something you need the admin role to do. And then we'll assign them to be an admin, and then you'll see that they'll be able to have a full list of permissions. Alrighty, let's do this. I'm going to log out. Let's use this invite link. Let's say Town Hall is our name. I am a data engineer. Cool. So if I go to the settings tab, you can see I don't have that users and groups or permissions tabs that I could see before, right? When I was logged in as the root user. So let me go back to the root user who is an admin, as you saw previously. Let's go to users and groups. Okay, I see in red that this person doesn't have a role, so I want to assign them a role. I think that they should be an admin. Yes, I would like to assign them that role. Let's wait for that to change. Okay, awesome. Now let's log back in as Town Hall, and let's see if this worked. Fantastic. I can see users and groups and permissions. It all works. Great. Okay. Let me go back to my slide. Okay, cool. So what's next? So just want to throw this caveat out there. Some parts of the UI and the names have not been fully finalized. If you have some feedback, I'd love to hear it. We also want to be able to, the following items are actually follow-ups and won't be included in the first release. We also want it to make it easy for admins to send invite links to users to invite them into a role. So, you won't have a default role to begin with, at least on this first iteration, but like, I can just send a link to everyone in this group and be like, hey, you guys should all be editors. Just click on this link and you'll be assigned that role. Another feature that we want to build out is role mapping. So, if you use like an identity provider like Azure AD or Okta, you may already have like some notion of roles there. And we want to make it easy for you to map those external roles into these DataHub roles. We also would like to support building out custom roles at some point in addition to these default roles. So, look for that in the future. Another thing that we would like to do is that we want to make it easily configurable at some point, like what owners can do across the platform. Have a page where it's like, here's a checkbox, and like you just say that owners should be able to do this thing and this thing and this thing. So the way that we see this going forward is that our permissions will be like based on like 3 tiers. So you have this roles, you still have access, or you still have like data policies, and then we can also have this additional system to manage what owners can do.